the UCLA Bruins, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the UCLA Bruins offense will go on the attack first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw, man, so many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Got it in the middle, it's down. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got a chance. Oh, a lot of space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll give it to the back. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
The Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second, because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. The least amount of hits as possible, because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He lost one down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Bruins had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Unleashes one. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Third down play from the gun. Might be looking to run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Ohio State's offense will go to work for the first time. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. The give out of the gun. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Lots of running room. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Running back searching for a hole. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll run play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
The Bruins will punt this one away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Might be changing the route. Back to throw. It's Bean. Pressure coming. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense. You got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football. You want to be in the mix. Find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This offense looking at a third down after that last completion. Fires to the tight end. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he puts through the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. North Carolina overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Chapel Hill, these Tar Heels got to be thrilled with this result. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. Makes a man miss. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Push out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him. So he puts his foot in the ground. He gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here comes the Heat. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. It seems like on every snap, he is right in the quarterback's grill. 2nd sack of the day. And maybe Joey Bosa and Chase Young and Vernon Golston better watch out. There could be a new single-season sack record at some point.
And when you mention those guys, when you watch the game, they always had their imprint on the game. They always dominated football games, and this guy's dominating the football game, single-handedly making that quarterback have to think, where is that guy? We better block him because he keeps hitting.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
And the Bruins line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. The give to the back.
Well, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting the tackle for loss.
He's going to fire deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Makes a connection. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. First down here for the offense. They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Bean. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
Throws for the end zone. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
Start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Looking downfield, it's Bean. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Wants to go up top on first down. grabbed in the middle. It's Sexton. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw again. Finds his big tight end. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. After the first down completion, it's second and short. They'll go to the ground. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. With the catch, it's down. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. It's a seam wide open. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bruins come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the ground, he's got it again. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage. After that big run, the defense answers.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
To the air on second down. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we can go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. Just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Zings it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Bruins will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt hits ground in the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Wide open spaces. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They go to the ground. Turning it on. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Bean. Under fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. We open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires it incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. Your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Going right to work up top. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
He's going to throw deep right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. Stop just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Handoff to the lone back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Looking to throw, it's Bean. Bringing the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Right back to the well. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today. And any way you slice it, this fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 14 to Texas. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. And the Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Heaves it on the run. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Firing deep. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to throw. It's Bean. It's complete to the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Big guy smells it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. He's got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's down. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Bruins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Got his man on the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Oh, they're after him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late. Up front, moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give us up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Timeout called by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. Well, they haven't been able to get it done on 4th down so far today. They've missed on their first 2 attempts. Is the 3rd time the charm. Pocket breaking down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance on 4th down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Offside defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me in the knee.
They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. On first down from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Bean. Here's a heat. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Here comes the field goal team. Salt, meet open wound. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at